Hey guys, so I'm here to talk about the return of American Horror Story Coven, and I'm so excited it's back. This episode, let me just start by saying, holy shit, Stevie Nicks. I love Stevie Nicks. I grew up listening to Fleetwood Mac, and I almost dropped to the floor when I saw her in the episode. Literally, I had Misty's reaction. My jaw just like dropped when I was watching. Oh my god. I loved the irony of it because of the rumors about Stevie Nicks being a witch, and in this episode she was a white witch and friends with Fiona, and it was just spectacular, and I'm so glad they gave her time to do music when she was on the piano singing. It was just beautiful and I loved it. So that is one thing that definitely saved this episode. There are a few other things that happened that were interesting. Overall though, this was a mediocre episode for me. Obviously certain things about it were amazing, like Stevie Nicks. I just can't get over it. And others that were somewhat boring. I do like the fact that Voodoo Queen and Fiona are aligned, and now there's going to be a battle within the Coven between the younger girls and the older women, and I think that's going to be interesting to see play out, because before we've seen like the battle between Fiona and the Voodoo Queen, and then the witch hunters and the witches, and so it's just I don't know, it's really cool. So one thing that happened last time that we didn't get any part of this episode was Queenie dying. I don't think she's dead. I've come to that conclusion that I think she's not gonna die, because one of you pointed out that Queenie, you know, has that projection. She can project anything she does on herself to others to kill them or hurt them, and so when she pulled the gun on herself to kill I'm so good with names. I knew them all, and then the couple weeks happened in between, and now I just forget everything. The husband, the witch hunter, when she killed him, I don't think it actually killed her. I don't think it shot her head off. I think it just shot his head off. We also don't know what happened to Kathy B. Good old Kathy B. I don't know what's happening with her. Did she die? I mean, well, obviously she's like a head and a body, but I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I really hope she comes back and we see more of her. I don't think they would just end that storyline just right there, so I do think she's coming back. Maybe the Voodoo Queen will go and get her, or just like leave her. Who knows? Maybe Fiona will go and rescue her yet again. Hope they kind of address that in the next episode. So within the younger witches, we see the repercussions of the mother killing the neighbor boy, or his mother, you know, killed him, you know, in the hospital when he was in the coma, and Nan and the witches had gone to visit, and then she had suffocated her son with a pillow. So we saw that. So now we're seeing Nan's reaction to that. Her reaction, it was hilarious. I loved the scene with the bleach. I just think that's so disturbing, and that was one of the things I loved about this episode, was that scene where she showed her powers of mind control and made her drink bleach. I also loved when they did the cigarette thing. Madison lights up a cigarette, and then Nan's like, I've been working on my powers and I can control minds. She's like, put out that cigarette, and so Madison puts it out and she's like, now put it in your vagina, and she like goes to put it in there. I thought that was hilarious. I really liked the fact that Nan's becoming a little bit more powerful and a bit more of a character. Okay, so we know Misty's supposed to be the Supreme, okay? And I still don't think she is. I think someone else is going to be, and I don't think it's Madison either. My boyfriend seems to think it's gonna be Zoe still. I kind of feel like it's going to be Nan, which I thought for a long time that it was going to be Nan because it's so unexpected. But maybe it won't be. I don't know. I think what they're going to do is they're pointing out obvious Supreme people, and then in the end it's going to be someone totally random and totally unexpected. So I'm kind of suspicious of everybody at this point about who's the next Supreme. I think it's definitely not Misty, and if it is, I don't know if she's dead or not. We all know the power of life and death here in this season, because if you die, you're not really dead. So I don't think Misty's dead, although she was buried in the mausoleum, so who knows. I really like that scene as well, and it seems that other people had good responses to that scene with Misty and Madison in the graveyard. Madison showed her powers of mind control as well, so, you know, could she be the next Supreme? But she has a heart murmur. So her in the scene with Misty was pretty cool. How she convinced her to put her Stevie Nicks shawl in the coffin. after they had like resurrected the guy, or Madison supposedly resurrected the guy. I kind of feel like that was Misty though, and then Misty was just doing that to make Madison think she has that power. Or do you think that Madison actually has that power of resurrection? Because I think it's just Misty's power. So then when she's putting the shawl in the coffin, Madison hits her over the head with a brick and has the men continue on with their job and put Madison in the mausoleum, or sorry, put Misty in the mausoleum. So I think she'll come back. I think if she is the next Supreme, she's not gone and she's not going to be stopped by some cement. I think she'll definitely come back at some point. Or this will be the first time that they actually kill somebody off and like have them stay dead. Now we have to talk about the very last, or the very end, about Nan. How she died. Now, it says that she died. Did she really die? I don't know. I mean, they killed her, Fiona, and the Voodoo Queen drowned her for this Papa guy spirit that needs like a soul because Fiona has no soul and she wants to be immortal. So he takes Nan's soul. And do you guys think Nan's gone? Because I was just talking about her being the Supreme, forgotten all about that scene. So I don't really know now. I'm just questioning myself. But what do you guys think about Nan being gone? Do you think she's actually gone? I can't believe when characters actually disappear. It's like, oh, they'll come back because of their track record in this season. So now it appears that Fiona is immortal. Maybe she'll live forever. No signs of aging. From this point on, that is. I mean, I think that's pretty interesting, the fact that she is immortal. I would love that. But does that mean that the next Supreme can't reign because she is supposed to get sicker and sicker and die, and that's when the next Supreme comes along? Is she always going to be the Supreme? I'd be fine with that. Fiona's the best, I think. She's just my favorite character, so I'm glad she is immortal now. There was more story with the witch hunters and Cordelia, and they kind of put a stop to their company almost. They just put them in like a really big financial issue. So I don't know about that. I was surprised, like how did Cordelia just know about that company, Delphi? Like I don't know, she Googled, but like Googled what? Maybe her husband? I don't really know how that all played out. They didn't give a lot of background or like story into that. It was just kind of short in the episode. So now we have the battle between the witch hunters and Fiona, well, and the witches. And then we have the battle between the Voodoo Queen, Fiona, and the younger witches. I don't know if that includes Cordelia or where Cordelia's at. I think Nan will come back, Misty will come back. I think Queenie's gonna come back. Hank, that's the guy's name, the witch hunter. A little late, but I remembered it. Let me know your thoughts about this episode. Are you excited that it's back? Do you love Stevie Nicks as much as I do? And what you think is gonna happen next? Who is actually gone? Who's coming back? Who's the Supreme? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.